Hey guys, I know it's been a while. I wanted to do a review. I bought a brand new, it's a 2022 Heartland Prowler 303BH. Again, 303BH. Has one large slide out right here. And I bought this in July of 2022. This is December of 2023, so I'm going on right at a year and a half, not quite. But I just wanted to give y'all a review of this camper, my thoughts on it, and you know, would I buy it again, so to speak. So I'll just give you the overview. You got a front bedroom up here, excuse my bed. You got two storage containers, you know, or little wardrobes to hang stuff, and a little shelf up there. There is no shelves in this camper, like as far as dresser drawers or anything like that. So what I have is as you see, 3 of these stacked almost all the way to the ceiling. Oh, there is some hookups up there, as you can tell, for I think you can actually mount a television right there. I've never done that. You do got 2 AC ducts back here. This is a 30 amp model. Though there are also in both of these, there are 110 you know, outlets, hookups, and there's also a light in each one of those. You just can't tell because I've got so many clothes in there. There's also a light right there. They're all manually operated. Yeah, I will say this is a 30 amp model, so it only has one air conditioner. As you can see right there, there is not one in the back or the front. And you don't, with a 30 amp model, you don't have the option of adding that. So what I had to do, and I'm going to tell you, just FYI, if you're getting new into camp, you know, going to buy your first camper, these are things I wish I would have known. I live in Central Alabama. If you're buying this, you think, oh, we're going to go to the beach for a month or whatever, you're going to burn to death in this thing. I mean, this thing will literally, with one air conditioner, you'll be hitting high 90s in the summer. I mean, even in the late spring and fall, this thing will be getting it up to still into the 80s. What I did to try to combat that, as you can see right here, I have a portable air conditioner, and I have the ductwork. I'll go outside and show you all this. I've actually cut a hole on that side over there to run my ductwork underneath into the front storage hatch, and it just, you know, my front storage hatch, it don't close all the way, but you know, it's, I don't know, it was either that or try to mount a window unit in here. A lot of places don't allow that. This is pretty hidden and nobody knows about it. And especially at nighttime, if I'm in there asleep during the summertime, that room, close the door, will freeze you out. And it does help bring the overall temp down, but it's still, you're not going to be, again, if you're down south or whatever and here in the United States, you're not going to be sitting around it, you know, just, it's going to get hot. I don't give a rip. I don't care. If I could redo it, I'd have bought a 50 amp model with 2 ACs pre-installed, and I would still probably would have added one of those, just because I know people who have 2 of them. Now, if this is a, you know, the aluminum siding one, there are, you know, if you get a high-end model that maybe has, you know, got 4 or 5 inches of just straight thick insulation, I mean, this is not the camper. It's not built that way. You do have pretty neat little feature. Kind of like cut out under there. You can kind of slide your shoes under there. Also got a decent little spice rack here. I love spices, as you can tell. Got them lined up against the back wall there. I buy that stuff like toys. You do got 3 drawers here, you know, trash can there. You got a 3 burner top stove. I got stuff there. You got the fridge, freezer. This is 12 volt, so it runs on the battery. And here we got, you know, food storage. Again, same thing there. This does make into a bed. That is you just barely lift up. That's going to fold flat. I will say this couch is 5 foot long, so the average person, if you're coming in here wanting to sit down and get comfortable, one, this is the most uncomfortable couch I've ever sat on in my entire life, because of this right here. When it goes flat, it's okay sitting right here, even though it's 5 foot, but these metal bars in here, right there, when this thing's laying flat, even an 8-year-old child can't lay on me. It's just digging right in your back. It's not, it is, I don't know, whoever built this couch never sat in this couch, let me say that. Another thing, and this one's actually, it dropped down, but every other one I got is held up. Go pick, oh God, look at that little stink bug right there. Shoot, let's leave him alone. I can go show you another one. I ain't got them in that bedroom yet. I had them there, but they fell down at the top. But I got this, well, let's just lift this up. Go buy some of that right there. This is going to help tremendously with blocking out that heat, that hot summer, you know, sun rays. And it just helps keep it a little bit cooler in here. You forgive what's going on in here, guys. We're going to get to the, they sell these. I did not know this, found out. This is a 3-inch foam insert, goes up in your skylight. This bathroom, there was so much heat coming through that. And I've had it, you can see where I got some tape, old tape left over, where I taped up this right here to help try to block that out, but it came off. And right now it's December, so I'm not hot. We'll come back to the bathroom. Like I say, you got storage up underneath here. You got to pull all the cushions off, and you can lift up a piece of plywood, storage under that one, and storage under that one. And of course, this makes into a bed. You just take off the legs, whatever. Oh, couch design. Again, whoever made this couch, or this, I'm sorry, this table, never sat at this table. Because look at the room you got between here. I mean, it's almost literally, look, let's show y'all. That's a hand, people. That is one hand. Now imagine when you get in there with your knees sitting down trying to, you'll never get around it. I have a 6-year-old daughter. She climbs under this thing to get to the backside, you know, if we sit down. And my 10-year-old son, same way. I mean, you can't get in here and go around it. There is a little bit more of a gap here, but again, whoever built it, it looks good. When you go tour them, you're like, oh man, this, no, not functional in the least bit. It's terrible. Coming back here to the back bedroom, you have another dining room table in here. This does make down into a bunk. You have a bunk here, short bunk, and then you have 2 full-length bunks. All these, we do have a 2-inch, you can see it right there, memory foam mattress topper on here, make this a little more comfortable. And I also have one on my queen bed. I have a 3-inch. I'm gonna get one for this one as well. Again, no storage in here. So I've got these things you pick up at Walmart, stacked 3 high for a total of 9 drawers. That was the best thing that I could come up with. And you can place a little TV here. I think this is I want to say a 19-inch TV, because that right in there is a 32. The screen keeps going off. We'll make sure that's a 32, and that will not fit here. And then you have a cable jack here to power outlet. You have one more power outlet under here. That's all the power outlets you've got back here. Of course, a little, just tiny drawer here and there. And another, same as the kitchen. Well, basically one extra shelf in here. Just, I keep towels and whatever in there. And 2 drawers in here. I keep medicine in one, and Neosporin, you know, ibuprofen, and actually, I mean, no, really wasn't nothing even in that one. Okay, I want to talk about some of the problems I've had with this camper. Like I said, bought this brand new in July of 2022. Here we are, I mean, literally it came with a 1-year warranty. These things have problems. Every fitting, it seems like everywhere there's a PEX line that screws on. I'll show you back here. Right under here, this is where my water line outside hooks up. Coming in, there's some, I think there's 3 or 4, you know, where you just hand tighten, screwing your piping together, your PEX pipes. Every one of those were so loose, it was almost mind-blowing. I mean, you literally just touch it, and buddy, you could start tightening it with one finger. I mean, just, really, there's no excuse. And I found that to be the case on just about anything in here that screws together. I mean, the outside water hose, first time I ever turned it on, it was just flooding water. I mean, it just, again, not even hand tight. Don't even make no sense. I don't understand how it's, you know, could be that bad. Other issues I've had with this thing, and it's mainly all just, seems to be water and piping issues. And right now I just had another one pop up, and I was thinking about doing a video, and then but we'll get to that. My drain on my toilet, I got this big fan trying to dry this out. My drain on my toilet started leaking. Couldn't figure out where the water was coming from, because it was leaking in here, flooding out in this corner, coming out in this room. And we just come here, be a bunch of water. I'd be like, what in the heck? And then I come in here, I took this little access hatch off. You ain't got hardly no room to work on anything in here. Took the access hatch off, ran the water. I didn't see nothing dripping. I'm like, what in the world? Then I get in there and take a shower. It was dripping. So I got back in there. I got to think. I said, maybe it's when somebody's standing on it. It's got some pressure. Sure enough, whenever you're standing in there, this thing was just leaking to high heavens. So what we had to do was take the P-trap off, take this drain out in the bottom down there, get plumber's putty, go all the way around there and get everything back again tight. Again, I think it may have just been that it was loose, but the only thing they had in there for a seal was just a little, looked like a foam little gasket. We came back with that plumber's putty, and so far that's been, you know, right as rain. The toilet, they sell it's not a wax ring like a typical house. It's just a it's like again a thick rubber foam gasket. I have had to replace that because I still don't understand how it's leaking, but somehow you just come in here. I mean, you come in here in the morning and you got about a foot of water just coming out from under this toilet. So I ended up it being the wax ring. I just recently, I was flushing my black tank a little bit ago, and let it ran about 20 minutes or so. You know, I had the valves open. I came in here and I noticed there's a pile of water in the back bedroom. There is a check valve. I don't know, excuse me, let me turn this fan off. There is a check valve. You can see that right there. A backflow preventer valve. What, I don't know what it is. When you turn it on right now, I gotta get this fixed. Luckily, it's only going to leak when you're running your black tank flush. But when you hook that up, I mean, it's just flooding water, man. You can see it's wet down in there. I don't know if you can tell. If I hit it with a light, you can. But I'm gonna turn that fan back on. I got to dry that up and get that fixed. That happened. Oh, let me show you something else. Within 3 weeks of buying this thing, you see this? It's just tape. That literally was in, I think, the third weekend after I bought this thing. This crap had, I was like, what in the, again, you buy something brand new, you shouldn't be having issues like that right off the bat. Trying to think, I think that's the only problems, you know, the water leaking outside, the toilet, the sink, the black tank flush. Oh, let's talk about this. Got these fancy little valves here, right? That's showing full, 2/3 full. It always does. The gray tank, it's bone dry empty, people. No, now it's actually saying 2/3. It's fresh. That's always said empty. I've never used it, and the battery seems, I guess, to work. But as far as those sensors, the black tank, it's always showing 2/3. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know what to. Really don't know what else to say about that. Let's step outside. Give y'all a quick view of the outside. And I want to talk about that black tank. The black tank flushing the devil water. Oh, good Lord. Oh, that was another thing. Let's talk about the door handle. I've had to take this apart because the deadbolt quit working. And now for some reason, and this probably whenever I rebuilt it, because I just did this because I couldn't lock the door. I didn't, you cannot lock the you can't lock this handle part from the inside. You can only deadbolt it. So I was having to go to bed at night. We were in Gulf Shores and I wanted this thing locked, and so I had to take it apart. But now for some reason on the outside, all I can do is unlock that. I can only lock the handle, not that. Probably I put it back together, but it works from the inside just fine. Okay, let me show you what I was talking about over here as far as my, this is what I was talking about. You see this? This is the vent exhaust for that portable air conditioner that I installed in the front. Here's the slide out. It does have these electric stabilizers. They don't work for crap. I'm probably gonna, from what people have told me, this thing just shakes when the wind blows. I don't know. I mean, it's everybody's. I've been in other people's. It's not as bad. This one is god awful bad. I've heard people tell me get some scissor jacks, and supposedly they will stabilize it really, really well. Yeah, this was the outside hose. This was leaking right here where it screws on. Again, it was, I mean, I just hand tightened it down. It was insanely loose. Trying to think something else I wanted to say. Oh, I was gonna talk about chemicals. This is your black tank flush. They sell chemicals, right? Dump them in your tank. Keeps the tank smelling fresh. Whatever, dude. some things you just come with experience, and I've done figured out. Come out here, hook this thing up, open up the valves over there, hook this thing up. Supposedly it's got some jet nozzles in there, whatever, and it'll spray that tank out. Let it run, I mean, however long you want to. I mean, as long as you don't fill up the daggum septic tank and it backfill, you're good. But you know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I do that, honestly. I've gotten to where I'm doing it about, I mean, sometimes every week, sometimes every other week, because it was getting to where, man, I go in here, I don't care how much of that crap I was buying by the gallon, and I was just dumping it in there trying to get it to clean. This is the be all fix all when it's not flooding your camper when you're running it. But yeah, do not use that sucker, and use it, you can't use it too often. They'll tell you every 2-3 months. Shoot, I just come out here, I'll be out here grilling, I just hook the water hose up, let it run 20 minutes. Just make sure your black tank valve is open, because if not, you will backfill it. You don't want to do that. And there's actually a cautionary statement right there telling you to, you know, make sure that thing is open. It does have a outdoor kitchen out here. It just has a sink and a, I mean, I can show y'all, I don't know if you really care, but I do need to give this thing a little wash. But you got a little sink here and a little griddle, and you do have an outlet up there. I got some wood, for some hickory wood in there. Anyways, yeah, this is it, guys. Again, it's a Heartland Prowler 303BH. I will say, like I say, man, this thing just, it's had a I don't know, a lot of problems as far as water leaks, and I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I definitely. I know I wouldn't. I would not buy a new one. That would be the, buy you one that's, shoot, 1 year, 2 years old. Somebody that's getting rid of it because they're tired of the headache. You know, you can buy the fancy warranties that come with these, but if you're like me, I don't live right down the road or 5 minutes from the dealership, man. I gotta, and you see all the crap I got in there. I got to go in there, you know, store all that stuff, take a lot of it out, get it, you know, ready to ride down the road. If I was doing that, run it down there, fix a leak, pay them, come back, turn around, run back down there again, you know, fix another leak. Lord, I'd be on the road all the time with this thing. I mean, that's just, nobody has time to do that. Luckily, I've got, you know, pretty good friends and people that know how some of this stuff, a lot of it, you know, I know how to do, or I YouTube it. Because I mean, I don't care if I didn't buy the extended warranty, but even if I had, shoot, I don't want to run it down there every month for a new leak, a new problem, a new you know, whatever. So yeah, it just is what it is. You know, there might be better. This is a Heartland. I think they make the Pioneer, and they make a lot of others, but you know, maybe the Prowler's just a, I don't know. I'll tell you right now, if I was building this thing, this was my camper and I built it, there's no way in the world I would want to put my name on this thing, just from the amount of problems I've had. And it may not sound like many, but it just seems like it's just always something new, and this is a new camper at the end of the day. I mean, it's just too new to you know, to just be having problems. I mean, and some of it just seems like, you know, they just build it and they don't care. They're just getting them out the door and getting a quick buck, and yeah. But anyways, that's again, guys, this is just my 2 cents. You know, don't take it to heart. This is just you know, just my thoughts about it. They're fun. If you get one, you know, you make great memories with your family and whatnot, and your kids. But there's just some things that could have been done a little better, and you know, I guess there always is. It doesn't matter the situation. So anyways, I will say, guys, for anybody that, I know I've actually had people subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to keep slowly, you know, anytime I got something I want to talk about or give y'all a review on, just my honest opinion, that's all this is, my thoughts and my opinions. I'm going to keep putting them up here. But I did make a, if anybody's interested in just outdoor things or anything of that nature, I do have another channel. It's called Callaway Outdoors, and I'm about to start trying to, you know, hit it pretty heavy and really, you know, try a little harder as far as making good quality videos on that channel. But these are just going to be, you know, straight, raw, unedited, you know, reviews of whatever I own, whatever I buy, you know. And but if anybody wants to go check that channel out, like I say, it's Callaway Outdoors. I'll link it down in the description, and y'all come over there and, I don't know, have some fun, maybe get some laughs or whatever. But anyways, all right guys, later.